Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Poll List. This is my poll list for the week of July 18th, 2018. Let's get right into it. First up we have Batman number 51. This starts a new story arc called Cold Days. Art is by Lee Weeks. Lee Weeks is awesome artist. Tom King's done an amazing job on Batman. And coming off of the great issue 50, which I super enjoyed. I read it like 5 times. I'm really curious to see where Tom King takes Batman, Bruce Wayne going forward. So we'll see. So issue 51 is out. So I'm like, yes, I gotta read it. A lot of people had some disappointment. They technically had a wedding, just nobody was wed. So yeah. But Tom King's run is amazing. I just finished reading the second hardcover of the Rebirth Collected stuff, and man, that stuff's really good. So I'm super excited to dive into Batman 51. So next up we have Batman Sins of the Father, number 6. This collects digital issues 11 and 12. It's basically just a kind of Deadshot Batman story. So, sorry. Pretty interesting stuff. I've been enjoying it so far, so check it out. Next up we have Batwoman number 17. The title's coming to an end soon, but apparently Batwoman is going to be on TV and may have a TV show of her own. So we'll see if Batwoman comes back. But this starts the Time of Your Life story arc. I'm not sure when the last issue of Batwoman is, but I know it's coming to an end. This is the last issue of something, and that's The Brave and the Bold Batman and Wonder Woman 6 of 6. Liam Sharp's done an amazing job on this book. It's really well drawn, well written. It's a really just good book overall. Next up, oh man, so tired. Next up we have the New Age of Heroes. This is Damage number 7. Damage is okay. It's a lot better than Silencer. And Sideways, so I'm sticking with it. It's not going to run very long, but that's okay. But yeah, I'm enjoying it for now. Next up, we have East of West, number 38. Yes, Jonathan Hickman is still pumping out East of West. Whether or not it's on a regular schedule, who knows? I enjoy East of West. It's one of those books that definitely, when I need to go back and reread the whole thing, but I've enjoyed it so far. Next up we have Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino's Gideon Falls, number 5. This book has been really good. Just storytelling-wise, art-wise, just fantastic. Can't wait to see where issue 5 takes us. Next up we have Green Lanterns, number 51. This continues the Evil's Might story arc that's going on right now. Jurgens is writing. I'm liking it. It's good. I've liked Green Lanterns since Rebirth, so yeah. Next up we have Harley Quinn in number 46, and yes, Harley Quinn is on Apocalypse. Sam Humphries is taking liberties with Harley and taking her to Apocalypse and making some crazy stuff happen. So it's fun, it's interesting. I'm curious to see where he takes this story. Next up we have Scott Snyder's Justice League number 4. This has been fantastic. If you have not yet checked out Justice League, I highly recommend you track down the first 3 issues. You can go to www.comicsconspiracy.biz to the online web store for Comics Conspiracy and order it there. I don't know if we have any copies of issue 2, but you can check out our inventory there and order it online, and I'm normally the one that ships that stuff out. So next up we have another Scott Snyder, and that is New Challengers number 3. This book has not been coming out on a steady basis. I'm still on the fence about it, whether or not I like it. The first 2 issues were interesting, but I'll most likely stick with it until it ends. It's not going to last for a long time, but at least hopefully it gets a decent sized run. Next up we have Ninja K number 9 from Valiant. It's just good. Christopher Gage does a good job with it. Like it. Another Jeff Lemire the book this week, and that's Royal City number 12. This book is fantastic. If you have not checked out Royal City, I highly recommend Royal City. I also highly recommend Essex County, which is the one sitting right here, and Roughneck, which is another one that Jeff Lemire has done. Really, really great books. Jeff Lemire's independent stuff is fantastic. Underwater Welder is great. Yeah, there's a ton of stuff from Jeff Lemire. You do need to check it out. finally on my pull list is The Wildstorm number 15. I was talking to Ryan Higgins about this book. I read it every month, and I go, that was something, and then I forget what I read and read the next issue the next month. Uh, so I enjoy it for the most part, so I'm just going to keep going with it. There was some variants this week. Batman 51 had a variant. Snagged that one up there. Of course, Harley Quinn had her Frank Cho variant for issue 46. And Jim Lee is doing the variants for Justice League, and so we get a Wonder Woman on Justice League cover there. I did grab a graphic novel this week that came out, and that is The Flash by Jeff Johns, book 5. I believe this finishes up Jeff Johns' run on The Flash, so I'm really curious to finish reading it. I never got a chance to read it when it was coming out, but now that I have this, I can finish that stuff up. And that's it for this week. Really tiny week. San Diego Comic-Con's going on this weekend. I have never had enough money to go. Wish I could go, just to have the experience of going to San Diego Con, despite all the negative reviews about lines and people and all that stuff. It's still probably an experience I want to mark off of my bucket list one day, but it is expensive, and I don't have that extra cash running around. So, to everybody going to SDC, have fun, enjoy it. Hopefully, you get out of it what you really like about going to Comic-Cons. A lot of announcements are going to come out of this. We'll talk about some of those next week on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. But yeah. So if you're down in San Diego, have a good time, be safe, all that wonderful stuff. And I'll be here checking Twitter and online to see what news has been coming out of San Diego. So yeah, so maybe one day. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Not much else. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comment down in the comment section below. You can also listen to me on the Comic Conspiracy podcast. We just finished recording episode number 361, where we take some listener questions and we talk about kind of the state of comics. In like, people think comics are explode, or the stores are doomed, and no, comic books are doing fine. Yeah. So check it out. There'll be a link in the description below for that. If you are more of a YouTube person, we have actually got to putting the podcast up on YouTube. So if you head on over to www.youtube.com/comicsconspiracy, you can find the store/podcast YouTube channel, where we have all our previous episodes there. I'll put a link in the description below for you guys if you want to check that out, and subscribe if you want to just have it on your YouTube as something that you can access. So yeah, but we have most of our prior episodes up on there, and we will soon be getting our new episodes up going forward, as well as hopefully getting you guys some more content for the YouTube channel over there. So we'll see. You can help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees, getting food sometimes, and getting product. We do appreciate everything from our Patreon backers. Thank you very much for all that you do for us and enable us to do. You can also help me out more directly if you like, by clicking on any of the links for stuff on my blog, conspiratorbrock.com. Any of those will take you to Amazon. If you purchase through there, I'll get some Amazon. Or you can go to my my eBay store. There's a link in the description below. And I constantly am purging stuff out and listing stuff there. So that more helps me directly out. And during the summer, it's a little more difficult since I'm a educator and I don't get a paycheck, so it's much appreciated to help get me through financially through the summer. So thank you guys for helping out if you do buy stuff through my eBay store. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I have a loot crate I need to open that's like a month late. I'm on 9 minutes here. Screw it, I'll open the loot crate. So this is the June loot crate. This is the June loot crate. It was supposed to come at the end of June. It didn't. It got delayed for some reason and finally showed up yesterday. so I have no idea what's in here. Let's see. All right. Yeah, the box is pretty basic. It's got a stuffed Godzilla. Get rid of that. What else we got here? Looks like it's like a parody Jurassic Park kind of shirt going on there. What size is this thing? That's a 2X. It looks actually big enough to be a 2X. I'll keep that one though. It's pretty nice. What else do we got in this Loot Crate box? Some weird bag thing. Oh, it's a Ghostbusters backpack, but it's one of those sporty ones. Let me kick that one around. So, what else do we got in here? Oh, wow. My son might like this. There is a Hulk changing Bruce Banner, like 3D changing board thing. Hey, funny enough, the 3D on the change here is a lot better than what they did with the Legacy ones. So, and of course the pin is the little guy right there. So yeah, so that's So this is basically the box is pretty basic, but it's you're supposed to flip it and it becomes what the computer thing, I guess. But the screen says you didn't say the magic word. So yeah. So that was what my Loot Crate was. There was apparently a delay with getting the T-shirt or something. I don't remember. This I'm gonna get rid of. My kids do not need any more stuffed animals things. This bag's pretty cool. We'll see. So yeah, so that's it for what was in my Loot Crate. And they definitely didn't get a good sized box because that Godzilla's bigger than the box. So yeah, that's my Loot Crate. Now I'm at 12 minutes. So, yeah. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle is @BrockSager. Yeah. I don't know. It's been a long week. Long summer. I don't know. So, yeah. So, hopefully we'll have some cool news out of San Diego this week. Otherwise, have a good weekend, and I'll see you next week.